Hello, everybody. Wolfang here. It is Monday, December the 18th, a week away from Christmas. Woohoo! Hope everybody has their shopping done. But I'm sure there's always the last minute people, out there. Oh, got to find something. Go to the gas station, get some beef jerky or something. Anyway, it was a pretty good day. We did get some little bit of snow. It was in bursts. They call it. What do they call it? Yeah, I forgot now. They have some weird name for when the snow just dumps real fast and whiteouts. Uh, Snow squall. That's what they call it. It's a snow squall. Where they come up with these names, I have no idea. So before I get on with this article, I did read today and also heard on the radio, and we just saw it on the news that somebody ran into Biden's motorcade. I think they said they were up in Delaware or something, but apparently Biden was at some soiree. I don't know, but he was going to the motorcade, and some drunk guy hit one of the SUVs. So he's in a lot of trouble. Nobody was hurt, but they did say the guy was impaired. I wonder if he realized he ran into the motorcade. I don't know. It showed him he's got his hands up, and there's police and look like SWAT and stuff. He'll probably never drink and drive again. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to share this article. It's Can You Eat Wild Acorns? So it says, and this was stories by, I'm not even going to try and say the name, but it was 2 days ago. It says, admit it, you've definitely at least once looked at an acorn and wondered if it was edible for not only squirrels, but us humans as well. Or maybe the thought has never occurred to you because you're not feral. In any case, you're thinking about it now. Are you really? And fortunately, we have the answer. Woohoo! It turns out that wild acorns are indeed edible, kind of, but not straight from the tree. Raw wild acorns contain a significant amount of tannins, which impart a bitter flavor and are toxic to humans in high quantities. You've probably heard of, if I'm saying it, tennis, right? I don't know. In the context of wine, where they contribute bitter and dry notes to the wine's overall bouquet. But don't worry, these aren't concentrated enough to be toxic, and in some amounts can even have health benefits. Confusing, we know. The good news for any hungry foragers out there is that acorns can be made edible by leaching the tennis out. Once they are prepared safely, acorns can actually offer some health benefits of their own, and according to some, are very tasty. Leach it out. Don't worry, you're not the first human to try eating acorns. There's evidence that people in ancient Japan, Greece, England, and Liberia, I guess, ate acorns, particularly relying on them when food was scarce and grains were harder to come by. They're also used in traditional Korean and boy, I cannot talk. Indigenous North American dishes, many of which are still eaten today. But how do you go about making them safe for consumption? Your first step, let me pause this. Your first step in preparing acorns is, as you can probably guess, to shell them. The shells can be tough, often a lot harder to crack than more commonly eaten nuts, except for the Brazilian nut. That's a hard nut right there. So be prepared to use some elbow grease. Some people find them easier to crack once they've been frozen. So you can always try that if they're proving very stubborn. Once they're shelled, they need to soak. For this, you'll use either hot or cold water, depending on how you're planning to prepare them. If you're going to grind them up into acorn flour, you're better off soaking them in cold water so as not to damage the starches contained within. If you're going to use them in a large chunk or whole, you can use boiling water. From here, it's not dissimilar from rinsing dye out of your hair. The water will turn brown, and when it does, drain it out and soak the acorns again with new water. Repeat this process until the water runs clear. Once it does, they're ready to be used. Acorn coffee, anyone? If you grind the acorns up into a powder, you can use it as a substitute for flour and bread, cakes, or most other foods that typically call for wheat flour. Just be just be prepared to experiment and possibly troubleshoot a bit, as all flour alternatives behave a little differently under different circumstances. Another option is to roast them, which you can do by simply laying them out on a baking sheet, seasoning as desired, and cooking for 15 to 20 minutes at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Some people also like to roast, grind, and brew them like coffee beans to make a hot drink. Safely prepared acorns contain a number of nutrients, including vitamin A and E, potassium, and iron. There's some evidence that they may be good for gut health, and they also contain antioxidants, which can help your body protect itself from disease. So, if you have an oak tree in your vicinity, you also have access to free, plentiful, and healthy snacks, provided you take the proper care to leach them before eating. So there you go. You can eat acorns, make a coffee. I don't know. Maybe you'll meet a squirrel and make a friend with a squirrel when you get the acorns too. I don't know. This goes along with prepping. So, I know I do other news stuff, but I did see this article the other day, and I thought I'll go ahead and do the wild acorns. I thought I did a video about the wild acorns, but I was probably thinking of something else. My other option was about eating a horse. Yes, it is outlawed in a lot of states, but you can eat horse meat. So I looked at that article, and I don't know, it's kind of lengthy. I don't know if that would gross people out, but like I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there, just to share. So I hope everybody has a great Monday evening. This is Wolfang. Blessed be, stay safe, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.